Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Okay, so let me just start by telling y'all who I am. Hold on. Okay, so my name is Tanisha. I am the owner of Dazzling Diamonds Boutique. And let me just tell y'all, I have been trying to get my YouTube channel started for about, no, like 2 years now. But
What?
and I've had a lot of technical difficulties on the way as well because, yeah, I had a lot of videos that I pre-recorded and I was going to post on my channel, but I had some issues with the phone and yeah, now I'm just trying to recover those videos and stuff. But I'm not gonna let this stop me. I'm not gonna keep making excuses. So I'm just starting fresh at this point. Everything that I've done, everything that I've created, I'm just gonna have to do it again. If I'm not able to recover those videos. But hopefully I am, so I can post those to my channel as well. But if not, we're just gonna start fresh. So I have an order I need to do today. It is a cheerleading backpack. It needs to be shipped because I'm kind of behind on delivery. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that today. So, and also, yeah, this is my first video that I'm gonna post. So yeah, y'all be nice.
And that's on period.
Okay, so yeah, it's a cheerleading backpack. The lady chose a design. I need to ship it out today. It is going to Florida. So yeah, and I'm a little behind, so I'm gonna get this done real quick. I'm going to let you guys watch me while I work. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what I'm doing and stuff like that. So yeah, if y'all have any tips, suggestions on how I can do things better as far as the setup and stuff like that, because like I said, I'm new to this. I don't really know how to angle everything. But yeah, if y'all have any tips on that, just leave them in the comments below. And yeah, y'all like and subscribe and stay tuned if you guys want to see how I create this backpack. Okay. So I'm not so good with knowing how to do everything at a good angle so you guys can see really well, but I'll try my best. Hopefully you guys can see my screen here. I am using Silhouette Studio. This is the Designer Edition Plus. This is basically a design that I've created multiple times, so I already have the file created and saved to my computer. But I always have to start over every time I get a new order because as you can see, the name is kind of placed inside of the megaphone and the pom-poms. So yeah, you have to create it all over again because everything has to have cut lines and everything like that. I'm not going to go into detail on how to create the design today because that's very time consuming. And yeah, that's a whole nother video in itself. But I have everything created. The stuff that I'm going to be using is I have some Siser Glitter HTV. I have purple and I have pink. This is the hot pink. Normally I use a blush pink for the bow, but I am out of that right now. So I'll be using hot pink glitter, dark purple glitter, and also silver glitter. The silver glitter, the Siser glitter, I usually get from my local vinyl shop. But the silver one, I picked this one up at Walmart, I think. So Walmart carries it as well if you guys want to go there and pick that up. I'll show y'all the cheer backpack in a little bit. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out. First thing you want to do is flip it horizontally. because it is going to be cutting on the back side of the vinyl. So you want your design to be rotated. You're going to move it all the way up where you can save as much vinyl as possible. Just move it up. That way it won't cut everything off, but you'll also be able to save as much vinyl as you can, because all of this is, I'm probably just going to cut a straight line all the way across. Okay, so because I'm using glitter, you're going to come up here and change this to glitter. My cut settings are already done, but I do like to go in and change them when I'm doing the backpacks, because these little pieces, they are a headache to weed because they don't want to stay. Some of them don't want to come out. Some of them get stuck, and it's easy to lose them. So yeah, I always end up having to cut the megaphones at least twice, just by itself, just in case I lose any pieces. I can go back and put them in where they go. Okay, so we're going to use, let me see, heat transfer. Oh, hold on, I think I saw it. Yeah, I really don't know what's been going on with my silhouette lately, because a lot of the stuff that I put in, like as far as my cut settings, later on my system will crash and I'll have to restart, and everything that I saved as far as my cut settings, it'll delete it, so I'll have to put it in again. And it never used to do that. It just started doing it recently, so I don't know. Maybe I need a new Cameo. But yeah, I'm going to go to heat transfer glitter. I'm just going to use their pre-built in setting, which I know is probably not going to work, but I'm just going to use it as a starting point. Okay, and I have an auto blade, so you want to put it on whatever blade you have. Make sure it's uncut, and right now it's on 3, force of 33. I'm gonna speed it up to 10. And I'm gonna bring the blade up. Okay, so the design has something right here. Let me see what that is. Go back and delete that, because we do not want it to cut a circle in the middle of the design. But that's a good thing. It shows us, you know, where it's gonna cut before it cuts. That way we can adjust things if need be. So usually when I do my backpacks, I always iron the design on first, and then I go back and hit it with the heat press, because before, when I used to do them without ironing them on first, when I put them on the heat press, even if I use tape or heat transfer tape or anything like that, it still always moves, and then my design is crooked, it's not layered correctly. Because with this, you do have to layer the name on top of each other, because it has a border around it. it's going to be a different color glitter. And because it's glitter, we can't heat press it directly on top of another glitter. So we have to create an outline and place it within that outline. So it has to be lined up perfectly. And it's hard to do that on a heat press because you can't really see. But if you're ironing it on, you can see where it's lining up, where it's gonna stay at. And so yeah, it's a lot easier. For me at least. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, I feel like it's easier. So I'm cutting out the silver first. I already have my silver loaded in the machine. And y'all bear with me, like my computer and my machine slow. Like everything's slow. At least to me it is. It don't move as fast as I would like for it to. But yeah. So next we're gonna do purple after the silver gets done. And the pink is gonna be quickest one because it's just a bow, so it's gonna be done pretty quickly. And so yeah, we'll just wait on this to do its thing. Cutting. So I'm going to pull this off of the mat, and I did tape it down because my mat is old and I need to I have a new one in my room. I need to put it on, but I just refuse to put on a new mat. So yeah, I tape it down until I get tired of taping it down, and then I use the new one. Because I usually buy my mats like a 3-pack from Amazon. And yeah, so I have a 3-pack. This is the purple one, the strong grip. They have a light grip, and the other one's like a medium. But yeah, so that's that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna find where the design cut at, and you're gonna cut it to release it from the binder that you didn't use. So it's kind of hard for me to cut that on camera because, as you can see, the lines are in there. Y'all can see that. If you bend it, excuse my ashy fingers. If you bend it, yeah, you can see the cut lines. But it's hard to do it on camera, so I'm gonna come over here and cut it, and I'll be right back. So that one is done. Now we are going to, hold on, let me move this out the way. Now we're going to cut the purple. So what I did was I pulled the tape off from the other one, and I'm gonna reuse it. I'm gonna reuse the tape. Reuse, recycle. We don't like wasting stuff. So I reuse my tape until it can't be reused anymore. But some of them do rip. As you can see, some of them are stuck to my board here. But it's okay. It's not going to stop it from cutting. We just wanted to hold the vinyl in place. That way, when the machine starts cutting it, it doesn't move around. And I hate when this curls up at the end like that. I hate when that curls up. So I try to tape it down at least to the bottom of it. Because I know it's not going to be in the way if it's down there. But it always curls with new vinyl. That's why you want your mat to be sticky, so it don't curl up on you. But yeah, whenever I feel like using that new one, I'll take it out. Until then, I'm going to be taping it because I got plenty of tape. Okay, you're going to load it. Usually when you load it, it doesn't push it in all the way, so you go to the arrow. And you want to push it down, push it up in there even more. I just try to do that to make sure that it's not going to cut too close to the edge. I wanted to cut off my design. Okay, so back to the computer. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, I'm new to this, so I'm probably not doing this right, and I don't know how to screen record and all that. So, yeah. So basically, I'm about to go to the purple one and move this one out the way. Move that. If it wants to do what I ask it to. Okay. That's out the way. Now we're going to cut the purple out. You basically just move it wherever you want it to go. And after this, we can cut out the bow and we'll be done cutting. And then we can weed everything. Yeah, look how slow my computer is. I just can't. It's frustrating. So because my computer is so slow, that's the reason why I prefer to just cut everything out beforehand and then kind of just record myself, putting everything together. But I like to have it already cut because this process takes time because of my computer and the machine and all that stuff. Because it took a long time for that first design to cut. So this one's going to take a while as well because it has to cut out those individual pieces. And when it's a big design, the machine and the computer both move slower than usual. So I like to do all this beforehand, but because it's my first video, I want to show you guys the full process because creating things can be very, very time consuming. You know what? I'll just go ahead and cut everything and then I'll just show you guys what I do once everything is done cutting. Okay, you guys, so now that we're done with that part, everything's been cut. Now we have to weed everything out. And I did not cut this one out, so let me cut this one out real quick. I'm going to start with the bow because the bow is the smallest. And honestly, it's the easiest because the silver and the purple, because they are so detailed, it's very not hard to weed it. You just have to take your time. And this one, you can kind of just pull it. It's easy. So you're basically pulling off the pieces that you don't want. We don't need this border. We just need the bow itself. So that's the bow. Okay. Let's do the silver. I do have my weeding hook over there. I like using my hand. Sometimes I use the weeding hook. Sometimes I don't. It just depends. But I got my nails on today, so it's pretty easy to pull these up once you bend it. So I did not tell you guys what kind of machine I have. It is a Silhouette Cameo 3. I know they just came out with the 4 and I want it so bad. But yeah, I've had this one a long time. And honestly, it messed up like the first year that I had it. and the keypad stopped working on me. So I couldn't load it and unload it from the machine. I had to like have the machine off and manually push it in there and then cut it and then cut it off and manually pull it out myself because it would not load and unload. So yeah, it was a mess. But it literally just started working like, I don't know, a few months ago. It started working again. So yeah, it's weird. But it's pretty old, so. But yeah, she's been hanging in there, so you know, I ain't broke. Yeah, it's my baby. I do everything with her, no matter what I'm doing. Cups, sometimes bowls, you know, depending on what the customer wants on it. I use my Cameo for everything. But I'll eventually upgrade. Okay, so this part can get a little tricky because, like I said, the pieces are so tiny. And sometimes they don't release. So you kind of just have to feel, make sure everything's coming out that's supposed to come out. And usually I'll just pull whatever comes off. And then I'll go back and see if anything got stuck or whatever. If I try to catch it, if I can catch it right here while it's still on the paper, I like to do that because it's so much easier than having to find where it came from and all that. I have no idea why I decided to do a chair backpack for my friend's video, but this is the order I have right now, so yeah, and I gotta get it done. So this is what y'all get to see me do. But yeah, chair backpacks are not like wham bam and done like t-shirts are, especially when it's a detailed design like this. I mean, shirts can be tricky too, but just this particular chair design is difficult. Okay, so let me tell y'all how I started doing chair stuff, chair designs, because I do quite a bit. I do quite a bit of backpacks. I do sell the backpacks on my Etsy shop. It is at Dazzling Diamonds Boutique, which is how most of my customers order from me. Especially when I have to ship them to different states because I am in Texas and this order is for a person in Florida. So they order through my Etsy shop. But I started doing the chair designs because I have two daughters that are in cheerleading, and they took a little break because of the COVID situation. But yeah, they'll be going back probably later this year. But when I had them in cheerleading, I used to make everything as far as their bows and stuff for the cheer team. And so I decided to open up my Etsy shop. And I joined some cheer groups and stuff like that on Facebook. And that's where I initially started making a lot of chair items. I would post my items on there and people would purchase from me and I have to ship them. But after that, I just started, you know, posting in my cheer group and on my Etsy page. And I just started, the orders really just started coming in. But I would mostly get most of my orders from my daughter's team, my daughter's cheer team. I would make pretty much everything for them. The moms, the shirts, just, you know, different stuff. I made shirts for the coaches, bling shirts. Because cheerleaders love bling and they love their glitter. So everything gotta have glitter and bling. But I will have more videos of all that stuff coming soon. They actually did pretty good. I'm proud about that. I'm proud of it. But I did see something. So when I cut out the eye, I'm thinking that piece that got stuck down there that I pulled out in the beginning was supposed to be up there. And I didn't cut it out. So I have to go back and cut that out for the eye. Which I can do that later, but it's just something I noticed that was missing. For me, I feel like the silver glitter is the hardest to weave because it's the hardest to see it's hard to see the cut lines in the silver. You can see it, but you kind of have to angle it a certain way in the light, and it's not the easiest. But usually, if you have a good cut, then your design usually will go ahead and lead on out pretty good. I think you did really good though. Really impressed. I have a much harder time when I'm not recording, which is crazy. But yeah, the name is Julianne. We got your silver pom-poms, silver megaphone, and the other one is going to be an outline around that. And they have purple pom-poms. So this one, we're going to be basically weeding out the parts that we left on there, which is pretty much like the inside of the megaphone. We're going to leave the words cheer, and then the inside of the name, or the border around the name. So, just go from the inside. And usually when I do this particular design, I always cut the cheer part, like the one inside, I cut that one separately, away from the megaphone itself, just like on a separate piece, because a lot of the times I like to make sure that it's lined up perfectly with that, because it's going to go on top of the piece that we cut out of there. So usually I wait and cut it separately, but every time I do this design, I try to do something differently than I did the first time, because I'm always trying to see how can I make this easier for myself to where it's not so much work to do these backpacks. So if I'm trying to, make it easier on myself, I always try to try different things. So far, I think this is looking good though. This might be my new way to do this design, because usually I have so many issues with it. Yeah, I hope my audio is good. I hope I'm not talking too low, because I always seem to talk low, even though I'm not trying to. So, yeah, just leave me some feedback, ways I can improve, videos y'all would like to see in the future. Designing cups, bows, whatever it is. Like, I do it all, so just let me know what y'all like to see. And I'm so upset that I lost my videos, because I literally had everything. I don't know why I waited so long to post everything, because I had everything recorded already. But yeah, I had some issues with my iPhone, and now all the videos that I thought I recorded for 40 minutes is showing 8 minutes on my iCloud, and I'm like, what the heck? So yeah, once I figure that out, hopefully I can post those videos. If not, I'll just start over and probably have to recreate some of my old designs, because it was some stuff that I really did want to show y'all how I did, especially some cups. Did a lot of cute cups that I wanted to show you guys. But I do have a cheetah cup coming up that I'm so excited to share with you guys. So yeah, that video will be coming soon because that order is coming due. So yeah, I'm gonna start on that. Probably tomorrow I'll start recording that video for you guys. I try to record videos of orders that I currently have, because I don't have a lot of free time to just record, you know, me just doing random stuff for fun. Usually if I'm doing something, it's for somebody. I'm not just doing it because I have, you know, extra stuff laying around and I just feel like practicing. I'm usually doing an order, so yeah. I do see some pieces that I'm concerned about on this one, and I think that was just me when I cut it out. The inside of the J, that should have been cut out as well, because whenever you're layering glitter, you don't want to layer glitter on top of glitter. That's the reason why I cut the cheer out. That way when I do place this on the backpack, it's gonna go on top of that piece that I cut out like that. But with that being there, if I place this on top of that outline, it's gonna sit on top of that piece that's covering the J. So I need to cut that out. So what I'm going to do is go, let me see if there's a piece inside the A that I missed. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab my X-Acto knife. And with these names, you really want to make sure you get every single piece, because sometimes it can be little cut lines that you don't see. So yeah, I'm going to go get my X-Acto knife so I can fix this. Yeah, it's always something with these backpacks, like for real, for real. It's always something, but everything can be fixed, so it's cool. I'm gonna get my trash out the way, throw this away, clean this area up, and I'll be right back once I get my X-Acto knife. Okay, so let me see how I'm gonna do this. I need to cut it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys watch me fix this that I didn't do right, because I want my channel to be all about like learning how to fix things and learn from your mistakes, because even though I've done this as long as I have, I still make mistakes. And like I said, each time I do this, I'm trying to find easier ways to do it, different methods, trying new ways, you know. So yeah, it's always something. But basically I'm cutting off the pieces that are gonna cover up this J and keep it from adhering to the backpack, because you want it to have room to be able to adhere, because if it's not actually touching the backpack, it will lay down, don't get me wrong, it'll lay down, but it would also lift later on after using it for a while. And put in what you want and what you want. That wouldn't be good for business, so we have to fix that. because we don't want nothing lifting. We want everything to adhere perfectly. I see some more that I need to fix. So I don't know how I did that. I think maybe I didn't pull some pieces out, or I welded some pieces together that weren't supposed to be welded. Because this name should have been on top of the megaphone. I'm sorry, I know y'all cannot see what I'm doing. But basically, I'm just cutting out the pieces that go to the name. Oh yeah, I want to get these little pieces that start sticking where they're not supposed to be, because they're there. Once you apply that heat, they will adhere. Yeah, I want that. Okay, let me see how it looks now. Ooh. Okay, I think I got another piece I need to get. But other than that, I think it's good. I actually can leave that piece alone. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, it's gonna be so pretty. Yeah, so of course I have, everything listed on there. Pictures just showing, things that I've done, or the colors that I've done for people. But with these backpacks, I love doing them because they turn out so beautiful in the end, and you always get so many compliments. People asking, where did you get your backpack from? Stuff like that. But these colors that the customers put together, they just turn out so beautiful, and I love them. And I'm just like, y'all are amazing. Y'all really are. Okay, so this is the backpack that I use. It's just a basic chair backpack. It has a chair down here at the bottom of it. I ordered these from cheerleading.com. So you guys can go there and order your backpacks if you want to do chair backpacks. If you don't want to do chair backpacks, you want to do regular backpacks, you can go pick up some backpacks from Walmart. You can do your kids' backpacks. You can do so much stuff. I also have a purse. My mama want me to put her name on her purse for her, so yeah, that's gonna be a hot mess, but I'm gonna let y'all watch me do that too. So yeah, so I always like to flip the end of it up, that way it's not in my way when I'm trying to iron. And of course it has a few wrinkles in it because it's been folded up, it's been in the box. So yeah, we're gonna hit it with the iron. I've preheated my iron. I'm thinking I need to move it because I don't know if it'll reach. Let me see. I'll try to pull it. Yeah, it'll reach. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna iron it a little bit. So, let me see. This is, okay, so I'm going to lay this piece down first, and then I'll put this one on top. So since I am doing it, I have to cut that chair out because remember I said the chair is going to go on top of that. And I always make this an inch, like half an inch bigger than that because you want it to go on top of it with no overlap. So that's the reason why I told y'all I never really put that in there. I usually do it separately because most of the time I do it and I line it up. But I tried it today, yeah, and I still ended up having to cut it out. So I guess I'll go back to doing it the way I used to. That way I don't have to cut it out. It'll be already out. But I thought this was gonna work. But I'm thinking because this is the background, that's the reason why I should have left it out, because the background is always going to come on first. Okay, so I cut the chair out. And we're going to lay this down, center it kind of in the middle where we want it. Let me stand up because I like to make sure that it's directly in the center of the backpack and you got the same amount of distance on the side. So if I got one finger over here, I got one finger over there. And that'll let me know if I got it centered or not. Okay, so that's good. Now to check if I have it close enough, I'm going to put the bow on top just to see what it looks like. The bow is going to go right there. And the bow will be about that far from the top. I think that's good. It'll be pretty. Okay, so let's do it. We're going to iron this on for a few seconds. You can pretty much tell when it adheres because it'll look different. And your paper will start lifting. I don't even know what I have this iron on. I'm checking it out. Just want to iron it on, make sure it's on there really good because the other piece needs to lay on top of it. Okay, so once you think you have it on there, and make sure you're putting a little pressure on there too as you're ironing it. Once you think you have it on there, try to lift it. If anything lifts or doesn't come off on the backpack, you want to lay it back down and hit it again. because I had some pieces right there on the pom-poms that didn't adhere. So I'm just gonna hold it there for a few seconds. Not too long, because this is, like I said, it's a backpack. So that piece on the inside, it'll melt if you leave it on there too long. So gotta kind of hit it and then come back to it later. Hit it, come back to it. Because we want it to adhere, but we don't want it to melt the inside lining. Which most of the time, with us having to apply so much heat from the different layers, it's going to alter the texture of it a little bit, but it's not going to be melted. Okay, so now it looks like it's pretty much adhered. Okay. It's looking pretty. Okay. Ends of the megaphone didn't adhere, so I'm going to hit that again. Just kind of rub it in that area. Okay. Alright, you see? Nothing left on the carrier sheet. Nothing. Okay. That's what you want. You don't want nothing left on there. So now we are going to layer the silver piece on top of the purple. Okay. And I'm gonna cut this down a little bit because I don't like it so long to where it's gonna come off the sides of my backpack. Let me cut this off real quick, you guys. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Not so much bulk on the sides. Okay, so this, you kind of just want to lay it in between the pieces you already have. Make sure the name is lined up perfectly. The inside of the megaphone. Everything. It's very important that you make sure this is lined up perfectly. Okay. In this part, I kind of like to hit it in pieces just to make sure don't nothing move, because I don't have no tape right now. So hit the sides, hit it right there in the middle. I'm gonna hit the name, the megaphone, all of that. Make sure everything gets a taste. Everything get a taste. Everything get a taste. Oh my God, these colors together, they are everything. I've done like a lot of backpacks. I'm just seeing all the different color combinations that people put together. They all turn out so beautiful. But my kids, their colors were like emerald green and black and silver. So everything that they have is those colors. Because they've only cheered for the same team for the past few years. They took a little break because of the COVID situation, but we gotta get these kids out the house because, yeah, they gaining too much weight sitting around eating all day. They finally are back in school. This is their third week. I think third week in school, yeah. Since I let them go back. Been kind of nervous about it, but kind of had to, soak it up. Let me hit this whole thing again because there's too many pieces not laying down. Hit the whole thing one more time. You will also want to add pressure as you're hitting it. Let's see. Okay, that piece is not coming off. Let me just leave it right there on that one piece. It's a real tiny piece, but I'm finna get it. Real tiny silver piece. Don't want to come off. And that one. If it don't want to come off, just hit it again. Hit it again and it'll come off. Now, if I would have put all this on the heat press, it would have came off. All of it would have came off the first time. But because we're using an iron, you kind of have to make sure it's at the right temperature and all that good stuff so it can adhere. Because it's not the same as a heat press where you can actually set it to 350 degrees or whatever. I mean, some irons you can't, but not mine. So, kind of got to eyeball it. And I think I have it on. I told you I was going to let y'all know. It's on cotton setting. And I think cotton is good because you don't want it too hot. Because if it gets too hot, then you're, as you get ready to press this down, the transfer paper that's on top, it'll crumble up. Because it's burning at that point. It's like too hot. I mean, it can withstand pretty strong temperatures, but with the iron, for some reason, it'll crumble up really bad. And most of the time, it'll move your design around. So I try not to, keep it too hot. But I think cotton is a good setting for the iron. So basically, I just laid that chair right on top of there. And if you give it a good press, it'll pretty much sink inside of those holes that we created for it when we cut it out. So it'll kind of sink into this place. So you kind of don't have to worry about, is it in there right? Did I do it good? It'll fall into place. Like I said, it's easier on the heat press. I'm just trying to get it on there right now. I'm not really worried about securing it. I just want it on there. That way, when I get ready to move it to the heat press, I don't have to worry about this design moving. Everything's set in this spot. It just needs a little bit more heat and a little bit more pressure. And then it's secure and it's not moving. So the heat press is just that final to seal everything together. So this one, it does have some little cut lines. The thing I do like about the backpacks is they do have cut lines. So it's easy for you to line everything up and see where everything goes. Because everything has a spot. Because these cut lines are created for you. Or we created them. That's the reason why we did the whole modify and subtract and all that stuff. But I'm going to show you guys all that because that designing portion of this, it is time consuming. That's why I usually just save like a basic design. And as I get a new order, I go back in and I change the name. And I go back to that first design that I created and I do a knockout and all that stuff he created. It's just starting over from scratch. That would really be a headache. Okay, the last piece is the bow, but not really because, like I told y'all earlier, I messed up on the eye. I didn't mess up. Let me not say mess up. I didn't mess up on the eye, but I did forget to cut it out. So I have to go back and cut that eye. Okay, so this is what we are looking like so far. And you guys can see that. Let me move the iron out the way. That's what it's looking like so far. Oh, guys, hold on. I didn't even turn on the light. I'm so sorry, y'all. There you go. Why y'all didn't tell me it was dark or whatever? I'm sorry. Like I said, first video, jitters, whatever. But yeah, that's the design so far. And then we just need to add that little silver dot on top of that eye. And this will be good to go. So I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to finish. And I will show you guys when it's completely done. Okay, you guys, so I ironed that little piece on. As you can see, the backpack is pretty much done at this point. So now all we have to do is just go in there and hit it with the heat press. I tried to have everything set up in here for you guys, but like that heat press is heavy. I wasn't finna move it. It's in my office. So yeah, I'll take you guys in there and then we'll hit it with the heat press and then we're pretty much done with this project. And this is a cute little backpack that customers love, especially people who have kids in cheerleading. Let me tell y'all, they buy these things like crazy, and then when other people see it, they want them too. So don't be surprised if you get orders for the whole team, y'all. Like for real, cause they cute. They cute. Okay, so let's go hit it with the heat press. Okay, y'all. So we're here at the heat press. So I'm going to pull the back, like the bottom zipper. I'm going to pull that under here and try to just get just this piece on there, just the top piece, and the heat press pillow. This is my heat press pillow. I totally forgot what size it is. Oh, 15 by 15. I actually cut these, sewed them myself, but hey, they're poking out. I've had these for, I don't know, 3-4 years, so they've been holding up though. Like they just now they falling apart now, so I gotta make some more. That'll probably be another video. I mean, you can purchase heat press pillows yourself if you want to, but they're expensive. So if you're trying to save some coins, all you have to do is go to Joann's, purchase the foam, heat resistant foam, and purchase the these are basically just little, you know, the little I can't think of the name right now, but the little sheets you use to cover up your shirts and stuff when you're heat pressing them. That's what those are. So basically that's all you're doing. So let me try to fold this under the pillow because you want it to have a nice flat surface. And then with this with the zipper, you want to try to tuck that because the zipper will melt. And so for Siser Glitter, we do heat press for 320 degrees for 15 seconds, which is what I'm going to do. My heat press is already warmed up, ready to go. And I'm going to hit this for 15 seconds. I might hit it more than once. Just depends on how it looks. But you usually want to use a cover sheet. But, yeah. I usually don't. Okay, let me loosen this up. I forgot. I had something else on there. I just want to test your pressure. That's good. Roll this back. Okay. Okay. That looks pretty good, but for extra security, let's just hit it one more time. You know? Can't hurt nothing. Can't hurt nothing. Just extra security. That's all. All right, and that's it, you guys. We are done. Now you just pull your pillow out, and yeah, we're pretty much done. There's a wrinkle in there that's just from the pillow not being straight, but yeah. The design is pretty much done. As you can see, there's no black pieces showing in between the letters. Is it focusing? Hopefully y'all can see that. But yeah, that's good. That's what you guys want. You don't want to see the black in between your two colors. If you don't see anything, that's perfect. That means you did awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching till the end. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for supporting my channel. This is my first actual video that I'm posting, so I need to stop saying first video, because it's not my first video I recorded. It's the first video that I'm actually going to post, since I've lost all of my previous recordings. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Just leave me any ideas of what you guys would like to see. And now I have to get this order ready to be shipped, because it needs to go out today. You guys, it turned out so good. I love it. Hopefully my lighting is not too bad. I'm not used to using like the ring light and stuff, so we're trying to put it on something where it's not so difficult to see. But yeah, I love that silver glitter. That silver glitter is everything. So usually what I do, I just get like my coupons, which I have some right here. Just little coupons for them to get 20% off on their next order. And I throw them in there. I usually throw them in the order. Sometimes I throw in, like, you know, a free gift, free keychain, or whatever I've made. I usually make some extra stuff and I ship them. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned, because I have more videos coming soon. Alright, you guys, see you later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.